Yeah. Good morning. My name is Engineer Shewi Sadebisi, and you are welcome to my YouTube channel. It's been a while. I've been really busy with work, so um, I'm here now. So I have so many things that I want to teach you guys, and it promises to be a wonderful week. Actually, I want to make this week um foundation week. So we'll be doing um design of part, design of raft, and design of a pipe foundation. So, but today will be I'll teach you guys how to design a part foundation. Then from there, we are going to proceed to the template that I use for my detailings. We'll proceed to the template I use for my detailings. So I'll teach you the principles on how I detail my structures. So the name of the template is actually this thing. Is the template I use in my company. This is the template we use for the design of our various structures. So you can see we have the beams. We have the beams there. We have um a pad footing. We have a raft. We have a raft. You can see we have a raft. We have a pie foundation. Also, we have pie foundation. So we have we have slab. We have slab detailings and we have we have detailings for column. We have everything in place. So then you have a staircase here also. So this is the template I use for my structural designs, and I'm going to teach you guys how to use the template and the things that you need to tweak on AutoCAD for you to be able to use the template. The template is actually very easy to use, extremely easy. All you need to do is once you finish your structural design, you just copy it. You just copy the results that you get from router details. You copy it into the template. Then from there, you can be able to actually use the template for any structural drawing at all. Any structural drawing, you will be able to use the template. So this is the template that we use in my company. So I feel that this is a big opportunity for people who that have been sending me messages that I should do a video on detailing. So I'll teach you the easy ways, just very simple ways. Within 30-45 minutes, you're already done with your detailing. Very easy, very simple. And once you print it, it's gonna come out very neat. Are you together? So today we are gonna design the structure. We are gonna design the foundation of the structure. You can see that everything passed, all the beams and the columns, everything passed. So we're gonna design the foundation of the structure, and it's just a one suspended floor. It's just G plus one. So we'll be designing the foundation of it. I'm gonna teach you guys the ways in which we design a part foundation, the principles you have to consider in which we design a part foundation, and it's gonna make your work very easy and very fast. So we have two ways in part foundation design. So like I said, for today in this template, what we're actually interested in is this the part. I'm gonna teach you guys how to tweak the part footing details to suit what you have from your plotter details. Then I'll teach you guys this also. I'll teach you guys how to do your layout for the pad and the straight footing. Then section also, how to cut your section for it also. So those are the things that I will be teaching you guys today. And if we can do it in one video, fine. But if we cannot do it in one video, then maybe we can break the video into two parts. But the priority is the part design, the layout for the strip and the footing, and then the section. And then if there's time also, we can look at the columns also. So now let's proceed now to the design of the part footing. So let's go to the plan view. Now, there are some people um that when they want to do the design of path footing, so you see some of them they come, you see some of them they come and and this is what they do. This is what they do. You see them they do like this. Insert They do like this. Insert path footing. See, that's what they do. Then this is one by one. This one again they come insert path footing. This is what they do. This one. So now, okay, let me show you what I'm talking about. If you use this method, you'll be having like about maybe 10 or 11 base types, which does not really make sense. Okay, let me show you what I'm talking about. Ah, come, let me delete this. Let me delete this. Now, I've selected all the columns now. You get. Now, let's go to the start path footing now. Let's go to start path footing. So, when you want to design your path footing, what you do is after selecting all, I'm just trying to tell you some methods that some people use anyway. So after selecting all, then you click on check design. Okay, um sorry, let me explain this to you guys before we proceed to design of the path footing. So the first thing you need to do is that you need to set the parameters for your foundation. That is the first, which is very, very important. Every structural design, every foundation design is actually based on its bearing capacity, allowable bearing capacity. So for this, the soil test report says that the allowable bearing capacity is 130 kilonewton per meter squared. So for that now let's go and do our settings. So we go to building setup, come to setting, then we click on setting centers. After clicking on setting centers, then we are going to now input our parameters now. So the allowable stress of soil, like I said, is 130 kilonewton per meter square, which I've already inputted. Now, um, the path footing for easy detailing and for easy placement on the site is best you actually select a square path footing. But I'm going to show you how we also tweak it on the software. Then after that, then you want to design a combined footing. What I mean by a combined footing is a situation whereby you have two or more columns on a single path footing. That is when you check the stop bars, because a combined footing has both bottom and top reinforcement. So that's when you check this stop bar. But this my structure is not having a combined footing, so I will leave it unchecked. Unchecked. Now, of course, the concrete cover for any form of foundation, be it pad, pile, anything, the concrete cover is usually 50 as been stated in the code of practice. And I want the depth increment to be at 50. As in this, probably you have it failing instead of it going from um from maybe 300 to 400. Let it go incrementally from 300 to 350. It's more of one trying to be economical. Then the minimum footing should be 300. Yeah, so I use 300. So after you've done all the settings, so the minimum steel by here, yes, is actually the software is not having 12 is Y13, but is going to use the next bigger size of reinforcement, which is Y16. So it's not going to use the 13 it's going to use the 16 So um after you've done all the settings, you've actually inputted the bearing capacity, you've your concrete cover, your base depth, and your minimum size of footing, and you've unchecked the top bar. Then you can now click on OK and proceed to the design of the footing. Now, just like I said, some people do it like this, which which to me doesn't make sense. So what they do is they select all this. After selecting all the columns in the section, then they do what? Then they right click and insert path footing. So after inserting path footing, so let's wait for it to come up. It's actually still coming up. Yeah. Let's wait. So after inserting the path footing, then they check design and they click on design all. They click on design all. So let's wait for it to come up. It's still is designing the footings based on the axial load. Now, if you look at what you have here, you have 1 meter by 1 meter, you have 1 3 by 1 3, you have 1 7 by 1 8, you have 1 4 by 1 4, 1 5 by 1 6, 2 1 by 2 1, you have 2 3 by. So I'm merely looking at this alone, you already have like about 10 base types or 11 base types, which doesn't make sense. It is not even commonsensical. You get. So as an engineer, what you do is that you're gonna group the various columns based on their axial load. You get. So you group the various columns based on axial loads. Maybe columns are having between 0 and say 0 and say maybe 100 this kilonewton. You can group them and stuff. But let me show you what I'm talking about. So once I click on okay now, you see this, you see what I have. Can you see like this one is small, this one is big. So if I'm to detail this now, the base type will be going to like say 100 or 10 or 9 or 8. It doesn't make sense. So let me show you the method that we use for the design of the base type. So this method shows that you know what you're doing, and it speaks volume on professionalism also. So let's click on OK. Let's remove this. Now, now the first thing you need to do is that you need to know various axial loads that are acting on the column, so you'll be able to group it. And how do we do that? So we need so for us to know the axial load that are acting on the column, let's go to um let's go to review. You go to review, then you click on visual interrogation, then you now click on what? You click on visual interrogation. So we're actually interested in the um axial load of the column. So you click on column display. So let's use the serviceability loads, just for us to be able to know which load is bigger, which load is smaller. You get. So that means we're interested in the dead load and the live load, but we can check the factored load also. So you click on axial load. Once you click on axial load, then you come to this place. So I want to see the service load, which is the dead service load, the, the service load for the live load. I want to see it. Then I want to see all these factored loads also. This is factored loads. I want to see it. All these ones is just actually gonna help in grouping of the columns for the design of my path footing. So now um so let's proceed now with the grouping. If you look at the structure, you see that it seems that the structure is actually almost symmetrical. It's not really symmetrical, but it's actually almost symmetrical. Now, if you look at this thing with line A, you see that I have 71.3, 2.1, I have 162, I have 246, I have this. Then let's look at this thing with line E. So you see that um grid line A and grid line E is almost the same thing, but not exactly the same thing. So as an engineer, I'm going to provide a single path footing for the columns in grid line A and grid line what? E. And how do I do that? So I'm going to select this. I'm going to select this now. Select it. Then let's come here also. I'm also going to select this. Select it now. So what do we now do now? So we now go to, so we right click, let's right click, we will click on insert path footing. Let's wait for it to come up. Let's wait for it to come up. So it has come up now. So then we click on check design and design all. Check design and design all. So you see that it has designed, you see that we have different sizes of footing. So the goal and the aim is to make it to be one. So how do you go about that? So you click on the first footing, hold down your shift key and you click on OK. Are we together? Then you will now click on group selected. That means I want to group it. So you click on group selected. Now what I just did now is that I'm telling the software to select all the footings in grid line A and grid line D, and for the software to use the the to select the highest axial load for the design. So instead of me having like about 4 or 5 part footing, I'll be having just one single footing for those ones on those grid line. So the software has selected it. Then the next thing to do is to do what? Is to double click it now. You just double click anywhere, then you wait for it to come up. You wait for it to come up. Let's wait for it to come up. Let's wait for it to come up. Now, like I said, for easy detailing and easy placement on the site, we are gonna make it a square footing. You get, so let's make it a square footing. So let's make it 17 by 17. So we have a square footing. Let's see if you can reduce this to 16 by 16. You see that it's failing. So let's increase this to 17 by 17. Let's pass. Having done that, then you now click on OK. Then you click on OK. So that one has been sorted out. Now let's look at this thing, grid line B and grid line F. Let's look at grid line B and grid line F. Okay, this thing, there was a mistake in the this thing numbering, but you just need to get the explanation. So for grid line B now, you see this one, I'm having 306, and I'm also having 306. I'm also having 346 here. So almost symmetrical. 516, almost symmetrical also. So the same thing I did for that, I'm also gonna do it for this. So I'm gonna select this. I'm gonna select this. So at the end of the day, I'll be having just 3 base types instead of the one that I was having about 11 base types. Are we together? So insert path footing. Insert path footing. Let's wait for it to come up. Let's wait for it to come up. Let's wait for it to come up. It's still loading. Let's wait for it to come up. So it's up now. So you click on check design redesigning fields, design all. Then so let's wait for it to come up. So it is up now. It's up now. So the next thing to do is to what? Is to select the first one, select the last one, then click on group selected. Now, having clicked on group selected, the next thing to do is to double click anywhere. Then wait for it to come up. Wait for it to come up. Let's wait for it to come up. So what it's doing is that it's actually selecting the highest axial load for the design. So you have 23 by 23, which is good at 400. So you click on OK. Then you click on OK. So that has been sorted out now. So that is what base type 2 now. Now the next step to go now is what? We have C, we have C and D. So that means that I'm only going to have just 3 base types. I'm only going to have just 3 base types. So you see that I have 363. That you see that the axial load are almost identical. When we get to foundation design, we will still apply the same principle in foundation design. We'll still be applying the same principles also. So the next thing now is what? Let's also now what? Insert what? Insert part footing. Insert part footing. So insert, yeah, let's wait for it to come up. It's coming up. It's coming up. So let's check design. Design if you, then we click on what? Design all. Click on design all. Are we together? Then we'll click on what? Okay. And we are through with, so this one is 1 line by 1 line. Okay, sorry, that wasn't what I intended to do. So let me delete this. So again, let's select all again. So let's click on insert part footing. So let's wait for it to come up. Let's wait for it to come up. Yeah, it's loading now. It's loading. Let's wait for it to come up. So let's click on the first one. Click on the last one. Group selected. Then we double click anywhere and wait for it to come up. Double click anywhere and wait for it to come up. It's still loading. 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 So we have 2 4 by 2 3. So let's make it a square footing. So let's make it 2 4 by 2 for easy detailing and easy placement. Then we'll click on OK, and we also click on what? Okay, very good. So you can see that we have um just 3 base types from like about 10 or 11 base types that we had ab initio. So when you put your mouse here like this, you see this is the first base type. You put your mouse here like this. This is the second base type. Then you put your mouse here like this. This is the third base type. So let's go to 3D and let's see what we've done so far. Can you see? Can you see? So let's go to review and let's remove this. So you see, so so this is the design of the part footing. So the next thing we need to do now is that we have to is that we need to proceed to product details now. So let's proceed to product details. So we click on drawing reports. Then we click on what? Product details. So the template that I use for my structural designs and my structural detailing is actually going to be made available to you. But um by the end of, maybe by the middle of next week, the it's going to be on seller. It will be on seller. So if you need it, I will drop the link on the subsequent videos for the detailing. So you can just go to seller and just get it on seller. So but let me teach you how to use the template for the design of the part foundation. Then subsequently also I will teach you how to use the template for slab detailing, beam detailing, raft foundation, and pipe foundation. So the things you need to tweak, the things that you need to do on AutoCAD to use the template. So the next, so we are on total details now. So let's click on auto generate so we can have all the details. So make sure that it is on scale 1 to 50. Is very very important. Put your eyes on this scale 1 to 50. Then you click on draw. After clicking on draw, you click anywhere and you wait for it to come up. Yeah, so let's wait for it to come up. 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 Yeah, so we're through with the foundation design. So what we have now is that we are proceeding to the detailing. We are proceeding to the detailing. So today we might just be working on the layout and the part footing. Those are the things that we might just be doing today. Then subsequent videos we will proceed to the beam, the slab, the column, and the rest. But I need you to pay very close attention to this because I've seen various structural designs that the detailing is actually very, very poor, extremely poor. So this is an opportunity for you. All you need to do is just to copy it to the template. That's all. You just copy to the template, and once you copy to the template, all you need to do is just to trim, extend, select similar, match property. That's all. No stress, nothing. So like I said, is the template is going to be available on seller. So now, um, having done this now, so the next thing we need to do is to export it to AutoCAD. So you go to file, click on export to. Okay, let's name it first. Let's name it first. Let me name it James file. James file. So click on OK. Click on OK. So click on OK. Click on OK. Um, then we now export it. So you click on export external. No, export DW. Then you click on export. Click on export. So let's wait for it to come up. Let's wait for it to come up. Let's wait for it to come up. So the file has been exported to AutoCAD. So what we need to do now is to double click on this now to see the file. So this is the file. This is the file. The file is here. So this is the raw file for total details, and this is the layout. So we need to make this now to look like what you have on the template. So what we need to do is that let's export it one by one. So the first thing we need to do is that we want to work on the layout first, right? So for us to work on the layout first, what we need to do is this. So we copy this. Let's copy this. So you just press Ctrl C. Then let's go to the template. So the template is known as Siafat template. It is a template of all the structural drawings that I've done, how we detail, and the principles we use in our detailing. So are we together now? So let's bring the layout here. Let's place it here. Are we there? So the idea is to make this look like this. Are we there? Is to make this look like this. So now the first thing you need to do is what? The first thing you need to do when you export is to do what? Is to remove all this. We don't need all this. All this we don't need it. So what you do is what? Once you click on one, then you click on what? Select similar and you delete. Are we together? Click on what? Select similar and you delete. And the next thing also is what? This one also and this one also we don't need it. So you click on what? Select similar and you delete. Are we together? Okay, very good. So the next thing, so what you will do is you just copy this and bring it to the side. Copy this and you bring it to the side. So now let's proceed. I need you to pay very close attention to this now. So the next thing we need to do is what? The column. Let's do this. So the column, select similar. Are we together? Then you change it to red. Let's make it red. Are we together? Then escape. Okay, I clicked on blue. Select similar. Let's make this red. Very good now. So we have red now. So the next thing we need to do is what? Select similar. So you click on the arch, select similar, then let's use solid. So it's coming out little by little, it's coming out step by step. So the next thing we need to do now is the footing now, right? The footing. So we do what? Select similar. All the footings have been selected. Then we change it to blue. Change it to blue. Then let's increase the line width a little bit to 0.3. Then you escape. You can see that it's actually coming up step by step, little by little. Very good now. So the next thing we need to do now is what? Is to increase this. So let's do this. Let's do this. So let's do select similar. Are we together? Then right click, quick properties. So let's make this 500. So for it to be pronounced, let's make it 500 so it can be pronounced. It's pronounced already. Then the next thing we need to do now is what? Let's also increase this. Let's increase this also. Are we together? So you click on what? Select similar, right? Very good. So you click on select similar, then we go to quick, sorry, select similar, then we go to what? Quick properties. Go to quick properties. So let's make this 700. Let's see if everything is covered. Yes, everything is covered. So I like this to be red. So let's click on select similar. So let's go up also. Select similar and let's make it what? Red. Are we together, please? Okay, so you can see that the structure is almost coming up. So now this is what I do. I work in tandem with my product details. Yes, I work in tandem with my product details. So the next thing we need to do now is what? The next thing we need to do now is to draw the strip. But the first thing we need to do is to draw where the block work is going to pass. So this column is actually a 230 column. So all you need to do is just to copy, then bring it here, place it here, and also place it here also. Then we click on escape. All together. Then here also, let's click on select similar also. No, sorry. So all you need to do also copy, because the column is a 230 column. Copy this, then you also place this here. So you can see. Now the next thing we need to do is to look at our layout. Let's look at our layout and let's look at the places whereby we have partitions. This is whereby we have partitions. Okay, so we have partitions practically everywhere. We have partitions practically everywhere. So the next thing we need to do now is to copy this, everywhere. Is to copy this everywhere. So what we need to do now is to do what? Is to do this. Just copy. Is to copy this, copy this. Please, I need you to pay close attention to this. I'm not sure you're gonna find this anywhere online. It is only this channel that you find this. So I need you to pay very close attention to this. Then this one also, let's do this also. So let's copy this um to all the vertical places that we have. So let's copy this, let's copy this, let's copy this, let's copy this, and let's copy this also. So you can see now. So the next thing we need to do is to what? Is to match properties now. Match properties. So let's do select similar now. Select similar. So we want it to be blue. So click on escape. Altogether. So the middle one should be red. The middle one should be red. So let's make it red. You can match property, or you can, okay, let's do it this way. Okay, let's make this red and we can just match property for the other ones. So you can see that it's actually coming out very fine and this thing and very neat now. So let's match properties. Let's match properties. Let's match properties. Let's match properties. So let's match properties. Are we together? So let's match properties. Let's match properties. Very good. So let's click enter and let's match properties. So you can see that the structure is actually coming out fine and it's actually coming out the way it's supposed to come out. So the next thing we need to do is what? Okay, let's trim off or let's leave it. Let's leave it. we will be trimming it off later. So the next thing we need to do is to what? Is to draw a strip. So if you look at the strip is actually um 250 by 700. So the strip is actually 700 wide. So where are we now? So let's go. So let's do offset. Then we have 350. Are we together? Offset you have this. Are we there? Offset you have this. Offset you have this. Are we together? So let's offset this. 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 You see that it's actually coming out very, very fine now. It's coming out very fine and it's coming out neat. It's coming out very okay now. Are we together? Okay, very good. So let's offset this. Let's offset this. Let's offset this. And let's offset this. Let's offset this. Let's offset this. So I want to take my time and teach you how to use the template. So let's check. You can see that the video is actually becoming long, but I don't care. I want to teach you guys how to use the template. So we've actually spent 36 minutes. Okay, we're still on course. So let's continue. Let's continue with our design. Where are we? Siafat template. Okay, so let's offset. Okay, so you see that everything has been offsetted now, right? So the next thing now is to do what? Is to match properties now. So let's match properties. Let's match properties of the strip. 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 Let's match properties of let's match properties of the strip. Let's match properties of the strip. Let's match properties of the strip. Let's match properties. Let's match properties. Let's match properties. So I'm showing you how to use a template. So okay, that's that for this. So the next thing we need to do now is to do what? Is to trim. So let's trim. Let's trim. So let's do tr enter. Are we together? So let's trim this off. 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 So let's trim this off. Let's trim. I could have paused the video, but I want you to see all the steps. Are we together? So you shouldn't have anything in the path footing. No. Let's do a. Let's extend this. So you're welcome to Siafat Consult, whereby we teach structural design with from the first principle, and the software we're using is Data Structure and Start Pro. I know we've not started the Start Pro, but we're starting the Start Pro by January. The class on the Start Pro by January. So now let's trim this off. Let's trim this. Let's trim this. Let's trim this off. Let's trim this off. So let's trim this off. Let's trim this off. You shouldn't have anything in the footing. You shouldn't have anything in the part footing. So let's trim this off. So what I'm gonna do is this. Okay, I wanted to pause the video, finish it up, then finish the trimming off, then we can continue. Yes, so let's do it like that. So let me pause the video and finish the trimming, then we can continue because it's actually gonna take time. So but you can see what I'm doing. You can see what I'm doing. See what I'm doing? So let's trim this off. So what we are doing is just to is just to trim off the strips that are getting into the footing. That is what we're doing. Let me continue. Let me continue. So this is what we have now. You can see that the structure is actually coming out very nice and very neat. You can see it's coming out nice and neat. Yeah, it's coming out very nice and neat, man. You can see. You can see. So this is what we have. This is what we have here. So this is what we have. So the idea is that you don't have anything in the footing. The only thing that should just be in the footing is just the line of the block work. Can we see? So this has to be trimmed off. This has to be trimmed off. This has to be trimmed off. Yeah, so trim this off, trim this off, trim this off. Oh, trim this off, trim this off, trim this off, trim this off. Are we together now? Okay, let me pause the video and just try and complete it so the video won't be that long. Yeah, so I'm through with the trimming and what have you. So you can see that the structure is actually coming out very fine. Okay, sorry, I missed this. I missed this. Let me quickly do this. So let me quickly do this. So you can see that the structure is actually coming out very nice and very fine. That structure is coming out nice and fine. It's coming out very nice and fine. So when we finish, I'm going to show you what the total details gave to us before and what is it that we have now. Then we are going to compare and now contrast. Yeah, so we'll compare and contrast. Yeah, so we are done with it with the trimming. Now remember that the template you are using is the Siafat template, and it's going to be available on seller, but as in I'm going to drop it on seller by next week. So you see that the structure is actually coming out very fine. So you have the strip and you also have where the blocks are going to pass also. So now the next thing we need to do is the nomenclature of the various parts. So if you want to do this now, you need to do this in tandem with what? In tandem with. Okay, now the first thing you need to do is what? You need to go and copy the part footing, the various sections and the various reinforcement details of the part footing from what? Total details. So let's go to James file. Yeah, let's go to James file. So we have three base types. So let's copy it. Let's copy it. Sorry, so let me check if it's still recording. Okay. So let's copy it and um let's take it to the template. Let's take it to the template and let's drop it here. So you can see that we have three base types. Then let's copy the template of my let's copy the footing of my own template. Let's copy it also. So let's place this side by side. Very good. So let's place it what side by side. Very good. Now this is what we have. Now but let's do the nomenclature first. So the first one now let's go to our total details. Let's go to story 00. So the first one is what? 17 by 17. So okay, let's do it like this. So let's pick the naming first. Let's pick this and this first. Let's pick the naming first. So let's copy this and let's bring it here. Let's bring it here. So let's put this here. Let's put this here, C6. So this is the first base type. So this is what? BT1. This is BT1. So let's call this BT1. Let's call this BT1 and let's call this C1. So we are actually going to come back to the column to know what column type it is. So let's start. So let's remember that it is actually um this the grid line A and grid line E that we have base type 1. So let's copy this. So let's pick this and let's drop this. Yeah, so let's pick this, let's drop this, let's pick this, let's drop this, let's pick this, let's drop this. So let's come here, let's pick this, let's drop it. Remember, we only have just 3 base types. Yeah, we have just 3 base types. So let's pick this and let's drop this. Let's pick this and let's drop this. Let's pick what I'm teaching you, you cannot find it in any other YouTube channel apart from my own YouTube channel. The principles of structural design of path footing. So the next one now. So remember that the next one is what? The next one is what? Base type 2, which is what? B and what? B and F, right? B and F. So let's go back to our template. So we have this, we have this. So let's copy this here. Let's copy this and let's put it there. Let's put it there. So let's take this up. Let's move this up. So you have what? BT2, right? You have BT2. I'm going to show you how to tweak the footing and the reinforcement size of the template. So let's take this. Let's take this. So let's copy this and let's drop it here. Are we together? Let's copy this. Let's drop it here. Let's copy this and let's drop it here. Let's copy this and let's drop it here. Are we there? Let's copy this and let's drop it here. 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 So the next one that is left is what? BT3. Yeah, so let's change the name of this one to base type 3. Let's change it to base type 3. So let's pick this up. Let's pick this up. So let's copy this. Let's copy this. Let's drop it here. Copy this. Let's drop it here. Let's 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 copy this. Let's drop it here. Very good. So you see that the structure is actually coming out very, very nice now. It's coming out very nice. Okay, so we have all the namings in place. So the next thing we need to do now is what? Is to look at the reinforcement detail of the path footing. So the first one is 17 by 17, which is what? BT1, which is this 17 by 17. So now let's now take it to this. So let's take it to this. And what do we do? So let me see the one I can pick. Okay, I have a 16, I have a 18. Okay, let me pick the 16 because I have 17 by 17. So let me pick the 16. Yeah, let me pick the 16. So let's copy this. Let's copy this and let's bring it out. Let's bring it out. So let's bring this and let's put it side by side. Let's put it side by side. This template is very, very important you get it. It makes your detailing easy. But it reduces the stress of your detailing by over 50%. So the next thing we need to do now is to do what? This is okay, this is 17 by 17, and this is already 16 by 16. So the next thing we need to do is what? So okay, let's take it from the center then instead of stretching. Let's take it from the center. So we have 16 by 16. So 17 divided by 2. I'm giving you the clues on how you're going to use the template. So 17 divided by 2 is what? Is 850, right? So 850. Very good. So 850. So we are gonna go 850. So you have a 0 offset. Sorry. So let's enter, then 850 enter. So take it to the right. Also take it to the right. So let's get this. Let's get the center and let's drop this. Sorry. So you have XL enter H enter. So let's drop it at the center. Very good. So this, let's trim this. Let's trim this. Yeah. So the next thing is what? 850 also is 0. So let's take it down. Let's take it down. So let's take this up also. Very good. So you see that I picked the one I want to use from the template that I have. Instead of me going and be stressing myself and be doing it all over from the beginning. So the next thing we need to do is to what? Is to match properties. So let's match properties. Yes. So let's match properties. Let's match properties. Let's match properties. Let's match properties. If you like, you can do a fresh triangle, but this one is much more easier because you have the columns in place already. You have the columns in place already. Okay. So let's remove this. Yeah. So we can join this later on AutoCAD. Let's remove this. So this is what. So now let's confirm the dimension of our footing. So remember it is 17 by 17. So let's bring this. Sorry. So let's take this up. Okay, you have 850, right? Let's do dimension also. Let's bring this down here. Yeah, so what do you have? So let's match properties. It's very important you know how to use this AutoCAD tools if you want to use this. So let's match properties and let's move it. Let's move it. So you have 850. So you can see we have 850 by 850, 850 by 850. Let's bring this down here just to confirm. Let's bring it down. Okay, I haven't matched this. So let's match properties. Let's match properties. Let's match this to this. We have 17. Then let's match properties also. Let's match this to this. So let's bring this down. So let's bring this down. So let's move this down. Let's move this down. I don't need this. Okay, sorry. So let's match properties. Very good. Okay, so let's take this. Let's take this to the right and also take it to the left. Let's take this to the right and also take this to the left. Let's take this. Let's take this to the right. So we have 850. So let's just copy this. But even if you do the dimension, it's still gonna fall where it's gonna fall. So as you can see, we have 17 by 17. So this should be black. So you have what? So let's bring this down. So this is what? So this BT1. Can you see this BT1? So we need to just now the concrete cover is what 50. So we need to just try and offset 50. So let's copy this here so we don't waste too much time. Let's copy this. Let's just take it up and down. Let's copy this. So you have what? So let's offset the cover. 0, enter. 50, enter. Are we together? So let's do for this also. Let's do for this also. So let's just take this. Just copy this. Let's take it to the end. Yeah. So let's go. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do for this. So let's remove this. You can see that it is very, very easy and very, very straightforward. So let's delete this. So let's extend. Are we there? Let's go up also. Let's extend and let's delete. Very good. So let's do this also. 0, enter. 50, enter. So let's come here also. So let's do this and let's do this. So let's delete this. Yeah. So let's delete it. So this is the Siafat template that we are using. So let's delete it. Very good. Then we can now extend this. So let's extend this. Yeah. So let's extend this. Let us move it. Let us move it forward. Let's move it to the to where the complete cover of 50 that you did, where it actually got. Are we there? So let's move this. So let's move this. So let's just move this. Just move it to where the concrete cover of 50 is. So now, so okay, let's look at this thing. So we have 7y16 at 250 both sides. So all we need to do is just to change this one to 7. Let's make this 7. And let's make this 7 also. Let's also make this 7 at 250. Now remember it's at 250. So let's change it to 250. Yeah, so let's make this 250 also. It's like I said, is better you have a square footing because it makes the detailing to be very, very easy and straightforward. So very good. So this has been done already. So the layout for the part footing for base type 1 has been done, is in place. 7y16, just like what the software gave us, at what 250. At 250. So the next thing we need to do now is the section. Now I need you to pay very close attention to this section. Now what we have, the section is 16, and we need what? We need 17. 17. So this is what you do. So you can explode this and do it and join it later with AutoCAD if you like. So this is what you do. So you do 0, enter, 1700, enter. Are we together? Yeah. So that's that. So what we can do is that we can stretch this. Let's stretch this. Let's stretch this. Yeah, stretched already. So we actually need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, not 9. So we need 7. So for us to get 7 numbers. So what we need to do is to what? Let's confirm this. Let's confirm this. So let's go to dimension. Let's go to dimension. So okay, 1, 6, 50, 50. Very good. So we need 7 numbers. So what we are going to do is that we are going to do we have 2 in place already. So we need additional 6. So what we are going to do is that we are going to do 1/6 divided by 2. So we can divide it evenly. So let's go to calculator rather. Let's go to calculator. Let's go to calculator. So we have 1/600. 1/600 divided by 2. So we have 800, right? So sorry, 1/6 divided by 6 rather. So let's go to calculator. So we have 1600 divided by 6. So 267. So let's do 267. So let's offset. 0, enter, 267, enter. Let's offset. Let's offset. So we have, this should be the last one. So let's count. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So let's move our zeros to where it is. What I'm teaching you, you cannot see it on any YouTube channel. You can only see it on my own YouTube channel. So please, if you have not subscribed, please kindly subscribe. Subscribe to this thing YouTube channel, so you can be getting this notifications anytime we drop this videos. Is actually very, very important for this channel that you subscribe. Yeah, thank you very much. So okay, let's move this also. You can see the way I'm taking my time to explain every detail to you. Some people won't explain this to you. So very good. So everything is in place. So I can remove this. I can remove this. I can remove this, and I can remove this. So this is good. This is very, very good. So let's just move this back a little bit so we can have. Let's move this back a little bit so we can have. Okay, now remember that the thickness. Okay, let's look at the thickness of the footing. Okay, the thickness of the footing is 300, and this is 300. So we have in place already. So this is very, very perfect. So I'm gonna give you guys an assignment. I'll give you guys an assignment. So I need you to do for base type 2 and base type 3, because this video is already long already. I think we should have gotten to the 1 hour. Okay, the video is already 1 hour. So I need you to do for base type 2 and base type 3. So if you need the template, you could just send me a DM, but it's going to be available on Seller by the end of this week or by the beginning of next week. But so this is where I'm gonna stop this video for now. Then the next video we are gonna continue with the column and the other things on the footing. Thank you very much.